Before the world feared his name, he was just a starving boy, left to die on the cold Mongolian steppe. No kingdom, no army, no throne, and yet he would become the most feared conqueror in human history. Genghis Khan, the storm that swallowed empires. His father was poisoned, his tribe abandoned him, and in the freezing wilderness, Temujin learned the first law of survival. Trust no one. Hunger became his companion, cold became his teacher, and death waited behind every sunrise. But suffering does something to certain men. It breaks them, or transforms them into monsters. Then came the moment that changed him forever. A betrayal, a fight, a killing. Temujin spilled blood for the first time, and once he crossed that line, there was no return. Years passed. The starving child disappeared. In his place rose a warrior. Temujin united outcasts, warriors, broken tribes, men loyal not by blood, but by strength. And for the first time, the steppe began whispering his name. Then the tribes gathered, and under the eternal blue sky, Temujin received a new name, Genghis Khan, universal ruler. From that moment forward, the world would never know peace again. Genghis Khan understood something most rulers never did. Numbers do not win wars. Speed does, discipline does, fear does. And so, he built an army unlike anything the world had ever seen. Every Mongol warrior carried multiple horses. They could ride farther, mine faster, longer than any army alive. While kingdoms marched, the Mongols flew. And then came the weapon that terrified empires, the Mongol horse archer. They could fire with deadly precision, while riding at full speed. Attack, disappear, attack again, like ghosts across the steppe. But Genghis Khan did not rely only on weapons. He weaponized fear itself. Cities that resisted were destroyed. Cities that surrendered were spared. And soon, terror spread faster than the Mongol army. Enemies believed the Mongols were retreating, so they chased them. That was the trap. The Mongols would turn suddenly, surround their pursuers, and erase entire armies from existence. Sometimes, Genghis Khan sent a message before attacking: surrender, or die. Most rulers ignored it. Most rulers regretted it. One by one, cities vanished beneath Mongol fire. Walls collapsed. Kings fled. Empires shook. And across Asia, the name Genghis Khan became a nightmare. And at the center of it all stood one man, watching kingdoms collapse beneath his command. Not born king, not chosen by destiny, but forged by survival. The Mongol storm did not stop. It moved west, across deserts, across mountains, across kingdoms that believed themselves untouchable. And everywhere the riders appeared, to civilization trembled. Then came the mistake that sealed an empire's fate. Genghis Khan sent merchants westward, peaceful envoys, trade, opportunity. But the Khwarezmian governor executed them. And when Genghis demanded justice, the empire mocked him. They had just insulted the most dangerous man alive. What followed was not war, it was annihilation. The Mongols descended upon the empire like fire across dry grass. Cities fell in days, entire populations vanished, and the world learned: never humiliate Genghis Khan. At Bukhara, Genghis Khan rode into the city himself. Its people gathered in terror, and there, inside one of the greatest cities of the Islamic world, he delivered a message history would never forget: I am the punishment of God. Then came Samarkand, one of the richest cities on earth, protected by massive walls, elite soldiers, war elephants. But walls meant nothing to the Mongols. Fear entered the city before the army did. Kingdom after kingdom collapsed. Some surrendered immediately, others resisted and disappeared from history. Soon, stories spread faster than the Mongols themselves. Stories of riders who never stopped, armies that never tired, cities that burned for days, and the conqueror who seemed unstoppable. China feared him, Persia feared him, Central Asia feared him, and far beyond the horizon, Europe began hearing whispers of a nightmare from the east, a storm on horseback, and at the center of the destruction rode a Genghis Khan, not a king born in luxury, but a survivor who transformed suffering into conquest. And the empire he built was becoming the largest the world had ever seen. By the final years of his reign, Genghis Khan ruled an empire unlike anything the world had ever seen. From the frozen mountains of Asia to the deserts of Persia, his banners stretched farther than any king before him. And still, the Mongols kept riding. But conquest was only part of his legacy. Under Mongol control, the Silk Road reopened, trade flourished, ideas traveled, East met West, and for the first time in centuries, vast parts of the world became connected. Genghis Khan understood something rare among conquerors. Fear builds empires, but law keeps them alive. He created strict systems of loyalty, discipline, communication, punishment, and across the empire, his word became absolute. Far beyond the Mongol frontier, Europe listened in fear. Stories crossed the continent. Stories of riders faster than armies, of cities erased overnight, of an empire that seemed unstoppable. And many wondered, could the Mongols conquer the world itself? But even conquerors cannot outrun time. The warrior who once crossed frozen steppes as a starving boy was growing old. Years of war had hardened him, scarred him, transformed him into legend. And yet, he still rode with his armies. Even near the end of his life, Genghis Khan marched once more toward the western Shia kingdom. One final campaign, one final war. But this time, the greatest conqueror on earth would not return unchanged. Then, in 1227, the world's most feared conqueror disappeared into history. Some said he died from illness. Others whispered of wounds suffered in battle. Some claimed even his death was kept secret. So enemies would continue fearing his name. No one truly knows. And perhaps that is exactly how Genghis Khan wanted it. After his death, the Mongol Empire continued expanding. His descendants conquered farther than he ever could. And in the centuries that followed, the world never forgot his name. To some, he was a monster. To others, a genius. But to history, he became something far greater, a force of nature,